I talked about it on my last pumpkin video, but it's time to make a homemade pumpkin pie. Don't worry about trying to keep up like I always do. I'll put the recipe and all the ingredients and everything down in the description below. The recipe that I've been using forever comes from Alice Waters' cookbook. And then the title is it. This is a simple recipe. Anybody can make it. So let's get started. Let's preheat our oven to 350. The recipe is simple. We're talking cream, pumpkin puree, and we're going to use our Seminole Pumpkins we picked the other week. Eggs, sugar, and some spices. That's it. So it's ground cloves, ground cinnamon. I like to use whole cinnamon. I got whole cloves. I'm going to put it in my mortar and pestle. We're going to ground it up. You're going to need a pie crust. Now, I use a homemade pie crust that I made, and I made a video on that pie crust. I'll put a link to it up in here somewhere. It should pop up. Watch that, because you really want to use a homemade pie crust. Real important that you poke holes in the bottom of your pie crust. You want a cup of cream. You're going to use a 1/4 cup of cream right now. So take a 1/4 cup of cream and 2 teaspoons of flour. We're going to mix it together in a saucepan, and we're going to boil it until it thickens. It's going to be quick. Whisk it till it gets to like a roux, thick. Don't let it burn. Now that it's thick, we're going to slowly whisk in the other 3/4 cups of cream. Continue to whisk this until it comes to the boil. Once it comes to the boil, take it off the heat. Now in another bowl, we're going to take our 3 eggs and our pumpkin puree, and we're going to mix that all together, and then we're going to add that into the saucepan with our cream mixture. Now we got our eggs and our pumpkin mixed together. We're going to mix all our spices and sugar in another bowl, and then we're going to mix them all together. And all your spices, sugar, now just for a kicker, we're going to add just 1.5 teaspoons of brandy. Now we got to pour this sucker in that homemade pie crust. Cook it 30 to 40 minutes till it's good and kind of set in the middle, but not all the way set, because it's going to finish cooking when we pull it out and let it cool. Speaking of cooling, that is the hardest part about this pie. Is you want it cool before you eat it, and it takes a good little while to cool, but you got to be patient. Oh yeah, that bad boy's ready. Let's get it out. Like I said, the hardest thing is to wait and let this thing cool off before we eat it. But 45 minutes, an hour, it'll be ready. I know I say it all the time, but look at that homemade crust. You can't get that from a store-bought crust now. 10 minutes to make that crust.
1 hour later.
Hey guys, the pie is ready. It's cooled off. Let's get us a piece of this. that sucker there. Look at there, boy. Can't wait to taste it. What? This pumpkin pie is penny approved. You got to try this recipe. Simple, easy. I'll put everything down in the description below. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll put the link down below how to make that pie crust as well. Y'all be good.